All right, I want to show you all things tracking here. This will help you track all of your advertising for your Empower Network business. I'm going to show you my spreadsheet that I use to track all my bottom line figures. It's really important. You got to know where your opt-ins are coming from. This will help you figure out where your sales are coming from. You know, when you see that you've made a sale, I'll show you how to search that, how to find that. You'll only be able to know that if you're assuming you're advertising in multiple places, you're blogging, you know, without tracking, you won't know where your opt-ins are coming from and you won't know where your sales are coming from. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First, I want to show you how to create tracking links. So as you can see, I'm working on a blog post here, how to add tags to your Empower Network advertising and track results. I'm doing a little demo here. If you were to opt in right here, I'd know exactly where you opted in, even though I have advertising all over the place. So I want to show you first how I'm doing that. Okay, this I'm using one of the Empower Network squeeze pages that we all have access to. So I'm going to open this up here and show you what this looks like. Okay, so here's my link. Empower Network. It's the almost a secret link, as you can see. My username is KJH. So your link, your normal link ends there. Okay, this is what you can grab from Empower Network in your tools section. The tracking portion is right after that. Okay, I'm going to highlight just the tracking section. So this is the tag. Ampersand. For my blogs, the tracking I use that's easy for me is blog DEC 16. Today's December 16th. So if any of you clicked on this opt-in link, which you don't need to, but if anybody did, I would know. And I'll show you in my second step. I'm going to show you how to search in your AWeber account to figure this out, to figure out where people came from. Okay, so that ampersand and then whatever you want is how you track using any of your squeeze page links provided by Empower Network. Okay, so that's how easy that is. Now let me show you get rid of this here. Okay, here's the tools page that I was mentioning. So we all have access to these squeeze pages through Empower Network. So you add ampersand whatever after any of these. You know, you'll see your username instead of mine. But you add your ampersand plus whatever, that's going to be your tracking. Okay. I want to show you. I'm going to show you my AWeber and how to find some things. But let me pull up. Let me pull this up first. Okay. This is a notepad file that I started creating, I believe, the day that I signed up with Empower. I signed up with Empower late September 2012, so just 10 weeks ago or so. And I immediately, or almost immediately, realized I would have to have a central place where I kept track of all of the different links for things. So most people probably already do that. If you don't do that yet, and you started recently, I would definitely recommend grab some kind of easy document or place on your computer. For me, it's just this links document that I keep and I update all the time. So I'm going to show you, for those of you who are simple to advertise members or users, I'm going to show you how to add a tracking link to those, or tracking code to those links also. So here's my quiz 2 capture page link. And I love the quiz 2 capture page. Let's say that you were going to test, let's say you're going to test Backpage in your city. I live in Austin, so if I was going to test a Backpage ad in the city of Austin, I might do a tracking code of BPAUS, for example, Backpage Austin. Okay, that would tell me in my AWeber account when I go to search, I'll know that whether I got opt-ins, how many I got. I'll be able to track further down the road if any conversions happen. I'll be able to track back to this particular ad. Okay, so after that equals sign, it doesn't matter what simple to advertise link you're trying to add a tracking code to. They all end in an equal sign at simple to advertise. Anything you type after the equal sign will serve as that tracking code on your URL. Okay. For those of you that are watching this and are not already a simple to advertise member, I have had really good success with their squeeze pages. I have several percentage points higher opt-in rates using several of their different pages over these ones here. Let me bring this back over here. Over these. So you can use these, and these perform really well. I definitely don't mean to bash those at all, but the simple to advertise have really opened up a lot of doors for me in advertising, and they've also brought me a higher return. So if you're not yet a simple to advertise member, I love referrals. Appreciate it if you go to simpletoadvertise.com/?RID equals 833 as you see here. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to show you my AWeber account. I'm going to show you how to actually find how to make sense of the tracking codes. So when you log in, you'll be taken to this page. What you need to do is go click on subscribers, and let me do a couple test searches here. I'm going to go to add URL. This is what I use for all of my tracking. Okay, so add URL is the selection you need to make here. Then contains, and I'm going to show you. I'm testing some advertising in Israel right now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to find these, or how I find my my Israel results. Okay, here they are. So I've gotten 12 subscribers from my campaign so far. This is useful, really useful. Let's say that my campaign were done. It's not, but let's say that it were finished. If I had spent $100 on this campaign, this would mean, okay, I'm going to show you the way I interpret these results. I basically disregard confirmation pending opt-ins. Those almost never, in my experience, those almost never confirm. So for my purposes, I got 10. Okay, that's how I see this. So if I spend $100, easy math, that's $10 an opt-in. Probably not something I would do again unless I had a really serious, impressive conversion ratio. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick tip here. When you see a new member, when you have a sale, when you get notification from Dave and Dave that you've had a sale, you'll see that it shows you your new member's email address. Let's just say it was this, for example. I don't know who this is, but let's just say he or she signed up. I was notified. Well, if I want to search a specific email address in AWeber, that's probably more of a no-brainer for everybody, but just to be really, really clear on how this tracking stuff works, you can go to email is, type in the email address of your new recent sale, hit search. Okay, now at a glance, you're not going to know where this opt-in came from. Okay, and even if you go over here, in my experience, it won't show you. It stops. Even whether it's an Empower Network page or a Simple Advertise page, the ad tracking little thing over here is not going to help you figure out where they came from. What will help you figure out where they came from is click on the email address. I'll show you this here. Scroll down, and in the link, you can see right here, ad equals ISRA. So in my tracking back, I would know that came from my Israel campaign. Okay, so for those of you who hadn't seen this, this is a lead from Israel, and he or she has received 2 messages from me so far. So that's the kind of detailed reporting that you can see using your AWeber account. Think of another test here. All right, rather than go into more testing, I think that probably makes it clear. If you have any questions, maybe just rewind a little bit and watch that again. Should be pretty clear on how to find those tracking tags in your AWeber account. So I want to show you my spreadsheet that I keep. This is just my personal tool. This is what helps me determine whether to go back and advertise in a specific place or not. This is tracking for all of my advertising from when I first started, and I keep this current. I update this every few days. Okay, so let's take CPC Broker for example. I spent $397, used almost a secret as the tracking. I'm sorry, as the squeeze page. I had 83 opt-ins from 471 clicks. That tells me my cost per opt-in was $4.78. Okay. Give another example here. Let's say simple to advertise. For those of you that do simple to advertise co-ops. Okay, this was co-op 102. And Vincent adds tracking automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. You buy in and you just make a note what co-op you bought into, how much you spent. I like to make a note of what squeeze page is being used, and then they track opt-in. I'm sorry, they track clicks. I track opt-ins in my AWeber account. So 12 opt-ins from 39 clicks for 75 bucks comes to a total of $6.25 each. That's on the very high end of my tolerance personally. But anyway, you get an example here. You feel free to copy this if you want, if you're decent with spreadsheets. I had to fumble my way through setting this up. It took me a while. I'm not very good at this stuff. But the main things you want to track are where you're getting the advertising from. It's common sense, I suppose, to add the date, what you spent, what squeeze page you're using, so you can test opt-in. You can keep an eye on opt-in rates overall. Number of opt-ins, number of clicks, and then I have some extra stuff here, and then I break down the numbers. I make notes for myself. There are some places or methods I will not use again based on past experiences. So I hope that this helps. It's critical that if I were doing all that I've done here, just shooting blind, not tracking where things are coming from, I wouldn't know what was working and what is working and what isn't. That's no way to run a business. So I hope this is really helpful for you. Take care.